Really, I think Cassie was really the precursor and the foreshadowing that the internet was going to change the way that music was discovered and distributed. Cassie was a MySpace artist. So we put our music on MySpace. We, myself and my partner, Rashid Richmond, came up with a Google hack. So everyone who searched MySpace, the keyword, would end up on her MySpace music profile, and she went from 0 to 650,000 friends in 3 months. Sometimes that happens, and I think we've been looking at that happening potentially on social media now and Instagram. Somebody does something viral, and then they get a bunch of followers. What we realized, though, is that MySpace just disappeared, and we didn't have phone numbers on all those people. So 650,000 friends. She also was the first artist in history to have a one-to-one correlation between social following and sales. 650,000 albums sold and 650,000 friends.
That never happens.
Wow.
That never happens.
Yeah, that definitely don't happen. Now, these people be having 16 million
People
followers
be so
on
mad.
Twitter.
They're like, I have all these followers. How come they didn't go out and buy my record?
That would be great if they had a one-to-one.
Stop. Don't click off. I know some of y'all be clicking off. Don't click off. I want to give you 3 ways to make sure that you ain't Cassie and this don't happen to you. My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond. My name is Dorian from Group82Music.com, and right here we got super producer, millionaire, frequent pond visitor, Ryan Leslie, talking about how Cassie sold 650,000 albums when she had 650,000 followers. I want you to pay attention to the fact that he said growth hack. He had to growth hack a way to make sure that Cassie got seen in the MySpace world, and they were able to do this on Google back in the day. It was very early because people weren't that educated on growth hacks, and he growth hacked a way where when people search for MySpace, Cassie populated under the SEO for MySpace at the top, which got her 650,000 fans. That is amazing. You got to be looking at ways to growth hack what you have going on as well. You can't try to walk through the front door and have a dope song and it gets sent to a A&R who loves you, who sends it to a VP who loves you, who sends it to the president who loves you, who sends it to Jay-Z who loves you, and who's going to come onto the remix, and your song's going to blow up, you're going to go #1, you're going to be worth $100 million. It doesn't work like that. You got to find ways to growth hack. My entire marketing strategy is growth hacking. The reason I got these iTunes charts, as y'all can see, first video while I'm filming this, that's growth hacking for me to get that. The way I built my Instagram and my YouTube, I'm growth hacking. What is your growth hack? You got to figure out what you want your growth hack to be, because if you try to compete in the traditional marketing spaces, you're going to spend a shit ton of money and you're not going to get that far. Now, here are 3 ways to make sure that this, what happened to Cassie, doesn't happen to you. What happened to Cassie? Once MySpace went to shit, what happened was you lost all that data because you weren't keeping track. Ryan Leslie did not know who those 650,000 followers are. So the first thing that he should have done, and what you need to do, make sure that you have a website where Facebook Pixel is installed. Why is this important? You don't own Instagram. You don't own YouTube. You don't own TikTok. You don't own Snap. You don't own Facebook. You don't own Spotify. You don't own any of that stuff. But you do own your website when you buy it. So you got to make sure you have some sort of real estate in this social media game. And the website, that's your crib. When you have Facebook Pixel installed, what Facebook Pixel does is it makes sure that it tracks every single person who goes to your website. So that way you can retarget ads to them later. So make sure you have a website, Facebook Pixel's installed. Number 2, you gotta have an email list. Now you got people on your website, you wanna make sure you develop that relationship a little bit further. So you need to build an email list because that's another way to communicate with them. So on your website, have a pop-up where people are coming in and they're giving their emails for something, which is gonna get us to number 3 in a minute, but you gotta collect that list. That list is so valuable because some of us have had the same emails for 10, 15, 20 years at this point. Some of them we don't check anymore, but some we still check every single day. And you and I have both been in the same situation where you kept getting that email from StockX, or you kept getting that email from Macy's about some sale. You kept deleting them, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but they happened to hit you on Thursday when your direct deposit hit at 10 p.m. That email popped up and you went and bought some shit. That ain't social media. That ain't run no ads. That was an email. You gotta have an email list so you can stay connected to your fans no matter what platform you go. At least you know you got that email. And lastly, finally, the third thing you gotta do, you gotta make sure you give away something for free. People do not just want to voluntarily give up their information. They don't want to do that. You gotta give them something of value that's gonna make you give their personal information like an email. What should this be? It should be an ebook, at least for me. At group82music.com, we have a free ebook in exchange for your email, how to get 1 million streams on Spotify. You ain't got that, you an artist, need to go do that. At group82media.com, we have a free ebook, 3 social media strategies that actually work. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to know better social media strategies, go download that free ebook. So we give you the ebook, you give us our email. That ebook's gonna give you something, it's probably gonna help you make some money. That email is valuable to us because now we can market to you in future campaigns. It establishes a relationship, it establishes a rapport. It's a win-win for everybody. These are the things you need to do so that way you don't get jammed up like Ryan, Leslie, and Cassie did because they didn't have a plan. What's your plan? Do you have trouble figuring out what your website should be about? Do you not know how to set up the email stuff? Do you don't even know what your ebook should be about? That's why we're here and we offer the services. You an artist, head over to group82music.com, purchase one of our packages. You at group82media.com, put your email to that box, let me know what you got going on. We'll be able to work out something for you. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
Girls, let me see ya. Rotate, rotate. Okay, 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 okay. Locate, locate. Group82music.com.